Welcome back to another episode on the channel, guys. You know it's your boy Ace back at it again with another video. So before I get into the video as well, I have to take the time out to big up everybody for supporting the channel, sharing the channel, getting the message out and them thing, leaving likes, leaving comments, reaching out to me and spreading positive feedback. I appreciate everybody effort. I appreciate everything from everybody. Wouldn't be here without you guys. I wouldn't be doing this without the effort from you guys. I really appreciate that. I'm always have to thank you for that. So in today's video, if more sound you never see already, there was in a newspaper where an incident happened where I don't remember, the officer was molesting or doing sexual advancements to a young private. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the JDF sexual harassment policy, because I actually do have a policy. I did post it up on my IG. Them call it the JDF condom. Anybody who in a JDF supposed to know about this, the JDF condom, a sexual harassment policy that them have, and them very, very strict on it. So I know most of you don't know about it, but I'm gonna make you know, and also maybe leave the link in the description for the IG or for the pictures that was posted on my IG, so you guys can actually go ahead and check it out. Alright, so let's get into it. So I'm practically I can read, so just have to stay tuned. Alright, so let's get into it. It says Jamaica Defense Force Sexual Harassment Policy Summary. So what it does, or what basically them do in here, is go down and explain what sexual harassment is and so on. As it says, number one, sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is unwelcome, undesired physical, verbal or non-verbal, and or written, visual, graphic action. So basically, sexual harassment is unwelcome or undesired behavior, like things that don't make you feel comfortable. That is automatically sexual harassment, and it comes in forms. It can be physical, verbal, non-verbal, written, visual, graphics, them thing, graphic actions and them thing. And it goes on to state, it says one warning of objection is sufficient to indicate that the action is unwelcome or undesired. Meaning, say if somebody push a type of argument to you and you probably make up your face and something like that and you start move away, that would in turn show that you're not into what the person is actually offering. Get me? And it says, number 3, it said, if a service member or civilian employee or contractor, after clearly indicating that an action is unwelcome, is further exposed to such or similar action, that may file a complaint to the commanding officer, also known as CO, or if the commanding officer may be implicated, to the brigadier or padre or inspector general. So that's about JDF overall, right? They say if somebody harass you, you can report it to a commanding officer, someone higher in rank. You don't have to be a commanding officer, but anybody higher in rank, you can actually speak to them about it. Somebody higher in rank than you, you can speak to them about it, and also you don't have to always be a commanding officer and them thing. And it says 4, it says if the allegation is substantial, the commander will take administrative and or punitive corrective action as follows. So the matter about corrective action, what am I going to do to proceed when somebody report about sexual harassment and everything there. So the first one, them say administrative action include counseling, restriction of privilege, performance evaluation, unit transfer, and etc. Because reason being, some of them sexual encounters here kind of mess around with people mentality. And I mean in regards to the fact that people go do certain things and then use the fact that them over you as a leverage. They say, alright, if you don't do this, them go make this happen to you and all kind of manner evil. So sometimes that put people away and them thing. And the next one is punitive actions, which include violators being charged and tried summatively or by ordinary court-martial. So that I feel like violators, because the victim would be getting counseling and them thing for help, while the violators would be getting charged, or best case scenario, them can actually lose them working at the process. So it's up to you if you want to run the risk there. And the rest is like, the rest you can look on it, but the rest I kind of describe the type of sexual harassment, like verbal, non-verbal, physical, written, graphics and them things. So I practically know where most of them might be. And it said also, let me make sure I say, okay. Oh, I read, sorry about that. Make sure I have the right one. Time to put them up, but alright. Just there 4. Alright, so for 5 now, it says reports that are not resolved at unit level may be readdressed to the appropriate supervisory authority, which is ASP. So if things now get resolved at that level, it will be escalated to the way higher ups. And it's also number 6 is a vulnerable personnel. Sorry about that pronouncing words. It said members of the force are prohibited from attempting to enter into intimate and or sexual relationship with the following groups of personnel. So they might basically tell us, yo, you're not supposed to go in a relationship with none of them people. And you have A, officer cadets, B, potential officers, C, recruits, JNC, JNR, etc. D, JNC soldiers, E, civilians doing a job, on-the-job training, OJT, work experience, youth engagement programs, etc. Person seeking, and F, person seeking employment with the JDF. So what I must say is that if you're a part of the force, or if you're a JDF member, you're not supposed to date or look or have no sexual relationship with officer cadet, potential officers, recruits, JNA soldiers, civilians, and OJT, and persons that are looking to join the JDF. Alright, so I'm making you know that. So if you know, say, so practically JNC and JNC not supposed to in nothing. And them thing it apply for them. Say if you're a JNC and another person a JNC and another, you can't mingle in a same circle, see me. Get me? Them not go do that. Them not go accept that none at all. And as me say, you can check it out as well and read and get understanding from it. He said the next one is complaints. He said a complaint of sexual harassment should be filed within 3 months of the date of the incident. However, a commander may extend the time limit for reasons to be recorded in writing. So, what that I say is, if something happen, if something happen, you just have to and report within 3 months time or something. You can basically get ruled out because them go say, why you didn't report it within that time? Why you wait so long to report it? So if you go up there or you go into it and somebody treat you some type of way or do some things where you feel uncomfortable with and it comes off in a negative way, you can have it reported. Alright, and the next one, 8, is a frivolous complaints. If an investigation concludes that the allegation made by the complaint is false or miscellaneous, or the complaint has been made knowing it to be untrue or forged or misleading information has been provided during the investigation, disciplinary actions can be taken against the complainant or informant in accordance with the with the Defense Act. Worst case scenario, if you do this or you lie about it, if you try to set up somebody, you probably end up losing work in our process, or you probably end up a red fin. So to me, to be honest, if it's not worth it, if you know say things not go, so if you not like a person, I advise don't take that method if you set up the person as a good thing. Is it? Don't do that because you're not gonna help us soul. Don't just go make things worse for you. And the final one, which is failure to report. It's a failure to report. Failure to report a breach of this policy will be considered an offense. Meaning that if somebody reports something to you and you don't, say somebody have issue with something and they report to you as a superior, and as a superior you don't look into it, but somebody else find out, say the person report to you about it, but you didn't really look into it. Yeah, you can put yourself in a problem. That's all. And all of them things here. You get me? Which is a bit shagged up when I look upon it, but it is what it is. Alright, so this is the next part. This is the Jamaica Defense for Personal Relationships and fast relationship policy summary. I don't remember that word. I can kill myself and pronounce it. And these are for like people who are looking for going to JDF to pursue relationships and all them things. Them know themselves. Them know themselves. Alright. Alright, so it's a personal relationships. Personal relationships are emotional, romantic, sexual, or family, marriage, or common law relationships between a JDF member and another JDF member or a civilian employee. The senior member bears primary responsibility for maintaining professionalism, notwithstanding that relationship. So basically, it has said, even if you and another JDF soldier there, it should not hinder your work. You see me? At work, when you treat each other like say, when they are work. When they are on the yard is a different thing. But when they are work, you carry on yourself like a work. You know, in the lovey-dovey and all kind of manner, even so, they say you have to carry yourself professional, act in a professional manner. Even though the two are together, act in a professional manner, have respect to one another, no in excessive like a hug up and wear it, yeah. Them things you can't do when you're in your uniform and them things. Carry yourself. Nobody know if you know say on the day. Now make it look like, now make it show say on the day. But when you're there home, you have all type of manner evil to yourself. And he also says, number 2, adverse personal relationships. Or relationships which have a negative effect on the security, concession, discipline, and or moral of a unit or command structure. These are prohibited. Alright, so what I talk about is relationship where you're in where actually hinder your work. Meaning that it have a negative effect on your work. So it affect your workflow, you're not focused, you're not do this, your head not up on your body. The type of relationship there, them not into. You get me? Them not in the type of relationship. Anything where you have to do, where actually jeopardize your work as a soldier is not a good relationship. Because just jeopardize you as a soldier, it jeopardize JDF, and it also jeopardize other people around you, where depend upon you to do for your duty as well. And as it states now, unprofessional relationships are relationships, whether on or off duty, which negatively affect moral, good order, discipline, respect for authority, unit, cohesion, or results in, open brackets, or creates the appearance of, close brackets, favoritism, misuse of position, or neglect, or the neglect of organization goals for personal interests. These are prohibited. So then basically I say, so if you are say you are a sergeant as a male and you're dating a lance corporal, because through it only there, you get special treatment. Meaning that you're not hard partner, you're not gearing nothing for doing them things, but you kill everybody else with work. That's what they mean, say, unprofessional. And favoritism and them things. Because you have things like them never happen. Because this a person and this a person a deal, them treat the rest of people them like garbage and give them beer work for do and do all kind of manner to evil to them. And to me, honestly, that is not right. And that's not good for the work environment again. You get me? So you have to have a balance between work and relationship. Don't make relationship come into your work because that will negatively affect it. And you know what you did it for. So you have to just do the right thing. And yeah, so the next one, what I'm saying is fraternization. Yeah, me get the word. It says is a relationship between a JDF member and an enemy of local inhabitants in the theater of operation, where it can reasonably be precise to bring the JDF into dispute, it will be considered an adverse and or unprofessional relationship, therefore prohibited. So what I mean is that, alright, so like you have zone of operation in the place, like them calling off an area, zone of operation, or SO. What I mean is that you can't deal with nobody in that area, the enemy of the state, because you don't know if that person are linked with nobody when you try to catch anything. They must say, you can't deal with people, and deal with people in certain communities where certain violence or certain energy are come from. You can't in a Zozo or state of emergency when you have certain place and you in a community, certain communities, and you actually deal with somebody in a community. You see me? And actually I tell the people them when you come and all them things, that you leak information and them thing there, and you don't know if the person are linked with whoever I'm linked with while them there with you. So them not like that. Alright, and it says 5. Reporting personal relationship. It is recommended that service person involved a relationship inform the command so as to eliminate any possible adverse appearance or perception. Members of the force who are known to be or have declared themselves to be involved in a personal relationship shall normally not be posted at the same unit. This is not a punitive action. So bear in mind, if you have somebody in your army, Zine, and you go in there, you automatically, in a best case scenario, them probably not make a join because them know what that go probably cause. Then again, if you actually get in and you find out, say, alright, better you're in there, you're there with somebody in the same unit, them not go station on the same place. Them go put she at point A and put you at point A, just for not cause no contention between the two and affect workplace, and the next thing you know, you see soldier go shot man because a woman and a kind of man are evil. Because it does happen, so can really say put that out of the possibility. And it says 6. Those who know of adverse personal or unprofessional relationships are encouraged to inform the appropriate level of command. If substantiated, the commander will take punitive or administrative action as per the sexual harassment policy. Alright, so basically what I must say is that if you never report it, then may still take necessary action. But in a most case scenario, best case scenario most of the time, them just not gonna really make a go through with it, or you know, them go fight you out. But the rest, I like practically the same thing repeat. So as me say, you have access to this, you can check it out on my IG. Yes, you can just click the link and check it out on my IG page and read it yourself and get a better understanding as well. But me just want to understand, say, yo, JDF does have a policy, a sexual harassment policy, so when them do them investigation and them find out what is what, then they will take the necessary steps. But worst case scenario, somebody go lose them work. But anyways, I hope this video was informative to you guys. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share the video with someone that you think will like it. You know it's your boy Ace, unknown Ace. Out!